Okay, and welcome back, students taking Math for Business and Finance and Math Applications. Chapter 8 word problems, the odd numbered problems, and we're into the additional set of word problems. So I'm on problem 8-35. At a local bed and bath superstore, the manager, Jill Rowe, knows her customers will pay no more than $300 for a bedspread, $300 being the selling price. Jill wants a 35% markup on the selling price. Selling price is equal to cost plus the markup. What is the most Jill can pay for the bedspread? So we want to know what the cost is. So our selling price is $300, and we want to know what our cost is, and we know that it's 35% of the selling price, which is $300. So it's 300. I get 300 is equal to C plus 35% of 300 is 105. Isolate the C, so that's 300 minus 105 is equal to C. And so that means it's $195 is our cost. All right, it's easy peasy, simple as that, just like the other ones that we've done. 8-37, Best Buy sells a handheld personal planner for $199.99 selling price. Best Buy marked up the personal planner 35% on the selling price. And what is the cost? Same as the previous problem here. Selling price is equal to cost plus the markup. So our selling price is $199.99, and we're looking for our cost, and the markup is 35% of the selling price. Oops, which, let me erase that there, which is $199.99. So we have $199.99 is equal to the cost plus, let's see, 35% of 200, well, $199.99 is 199.99 times 35% is 199.99 times percent is 69.99.6, so $70. And so 199.99 minus 70 is equal to C, or 129.99 is our cost. Ooh, okay, let's see here. Problem 8-39 says, assume that Arlie in problem 8-38 can sell the broken cookies for $1.40 each. And so we have to go back and do problem 8-38. Okay. Arlie's Bakery makes fat-free cookies that cost $1.50 each. And I think this one is going to be very similar to, let's see here, problem 8-29. Right? So if you want additional reference, go back and look at that problem 8-29. Okay. So make fat-free cookies at $1.50 each. Arlie expects 15% of all cookies to fall apart and be discarded. Arlie's wants a 45% markup on the cost and produces 200 cookies. What should Arlie price each cookie? Right. Well, let's see here. The total number of cookies, the total cost, right? My total cost is going to equal the 200 cookies times the $1.50 each, which is $300. Okay, now the total selling price is going to be equal to, we don't know what the total selling price is, but if we know our cost is $300 and our markup is 45% of that $300 cost, right? That's going to give us a total selling price of 300 plus 135. So our total selling price is $435. Okay, so that's the total selling price that we need to get. However, we're not selling 200 cookies. Okay, if we did sell 200 cookies, it would be very simple. We would take that total selling price and then divide it by the 200 cookies and get, let's see how much that is, and get $2.18 per cookie that we would sell each cookie for. But we're not selling 200 cookies. We're 15% of them, are going to fall apart and be thrown away. So we have 200 cookies minus 15%. So 15% of the 200 cookies is 30 cookies. Okay. So we have our total sale price of 435, and we're only going to sell 170 cookies because we're going to throw away 30 of those cookies. So now when we divide the 435 by 170 cookies, we end up with $2.56 per cookie. Okay. I hope you followed that reasoning. We figured out what our total cost is, and then we figured out what our total selling price was going to be of 435. But, since we're being asked what should we price each cookie, well, we have to divide however many cookies into that selling price in order to know how much to sell each cookie for. But we're not selling 200 cookies. We're throwing away 15% of them, and 15% of 200 is 30. So we're throwing away 30 cookies, which means we're only left with 170 cookies. So that's what we're going to divide into that selling price, and that'll give us the cost that the price that we're going to sell each cookie. Now, problem 8-39. Assume that Arlie can sell the broken cookies for $1.40 each. What should Arlie price each cookie? Okay, well, if we have $435 as our total sell price, okay, and we know that we have 30 cookies and they can sell them for $1.40 each. We have 30 cookies times $1.40. Okay. We have to subtract that amount from our total sales price, because that difference, which is, let's see, 30 times 140, $1.40, times 30 is $42. So if we have 435 minus the $42, when we subtract that $42 from the total sales price, that gives us the amount that we're going to sell the 170 cookies for. Okay, and now we're going to divide the 170 cookies into that. Let's see, that's what 435 minus 42 into 393. So that's 393 divided by 170, which would give us, divided by 170. That gives us $2.32 per cookie. 31 cents per, I'm sorry. All right, so 31 cents per cookie. Okay, so to kind of like recap here, right? We were able to figure out in problem 8-38 that we were going to sell 170 cookies, and they were going to we're going to sell them at $2.56 a cookie. However, we know that we can get money for the broken cookies. We could sell those 30 cookies at $1.40 each. If our total selling price is going to be $435, well, we're reducing the total selling price because we're getting money from the broken cookies. That money from the broken cookies is the $42. So that reduces the amount that we're going to sell the 170 cookies for. So that's why it's $435 minus the 42 means now we only need to get $393 for the 170 cookies. So we divide by the 170, so now we can price those 170 cookies at $2.31 a piece because we're getting the additional, $42 for the broken cookies, right? In order to arrive at our total selling price of $435. All right. Go back over that again. If you pause the video, watch it again, and if you have any questions, telephone and speak with an instructor. Right. And for the last problem here, Peat Corporation produces bags of peanuts. Its fixed cost is $17,282. Each bag sells for $2.99 with a unit cost of $1.55. So what's Peat's break-even point? Okay, so very similar to problem, let me look back here, 8-31. So if you want to go back to problem 8-31 and rewatch the video for that particular problem, that'll help you out with this one. Okay, so our break-even point is equal to our fixed cost over our contribution margin. Remember, contribution margin is equal to the selling price minus the variable cost. Well, here we have each bag sells for $2.99, which is our selling price, and at a unit cost of $1.55. Right? So our contribution margin is equal to $1.44. So when we come up to the break-even point formula, our fixed cost ends up being $17,280, and we divide that by the $1.44. Divide that by 144, and that gives me 12,000 as my break-even point. Okay. All right, so that's it, and we're done with the word problems, and I will see you in the videos for the practice summary test.